welcome back to the Comic Book ASM Artist. So today we're going to do another comic book haul. And this haul is actually, I would consider half of a haul, because I wasn't able to get over to my local comic shop. This is the books from the shop by my work. Yesterday I was working on getting a car. It's a used car, but still a car. We're going to be, making payments and all that good stuff for a little while. So I wasn't able to get over to my other shop when it was all said and done. And at this point, there's pretty much nothing left really to buy those books for right now. So, but I will show off some things I got over the last week at Half Price Books, as well as my shop across from my work. And so the one across from my work, whenever you are in their pull box, they already include the bag and the board, so these are already bagged and boarded, but I'll still show them off and tape them to you. So first we have Iron Man number 5. And I'm still behind on all of these series right now. All the Marvel stuff I'm behind on. I'm close to being caught up, but nothing really too action-packed here. Let me see if there's a big action panel later. I'm not seeing anything too crazy in that one. Next we have Thor number 7. And I like the art in this series, but the story has gone super bizarre. The last one had him facing, like, I don't know, it was like Old Man Logan with Phoenix powers. I had no clue where that came from. I think Jason Aaron, with this particular story, is holding more cards to his chest and kind of expects everyone to be in on it, but for those of us who haven't been reading the series for, since he's been writing it, I think we're a little confused by it. Now this is more the normal comic style art. The previous books have all had like painted artwork like this, so, but this isn't bad, but this is different than the previous arc that I spoke of for the artwork. I wonder who is doing the art on this. Oh, Tony Moore. So he's a notable talent for sure. See, looks like there's quite a bit of action in this one. So if you like action, I guess check this one out. The good contrast to that Iron Man I just had. Next is Thor 6. books from the other store I had to get, which wasn't a lot. I'm just buying Marvel titles from them. And then I buy my DC stuff from my regular shop. This looks like some good art here. Who's doing this? Christian Ward. Everyone, they're doing a lot of guest artists, it looks like. And I think this is done, I believe it's digitally. But I could be wrong, of course. But this looks interesting. I'm curious how much credence the went to. Is it Doctor Doom with the Sorcerer Supreme? I have Agimanto there. I'm not sure. I haven't read it, so I don't know. But this looks interesting. This will probably be the first one I read after I finish this video. Next we have Cerberus. And yeah, it's just more of the same what they've been doing. He just like inserts his characters onto door woodcuts here. So it's kind of bizarre, but you know, Dave Sim is kind of bizarre, so it works. Next we have Immortal Hulk number 8. I have really been enjoying the Hulk. The main thing with it, I really like the story. He's been dealing with a lot of internal issues, and the last one I read, he saw his dad in the reflection in the mirror instead of Bruce as he typically does. He fought a creature, I can't remember which one, but the creature seemed to be possessed by his father. And then when he thought that he had defeated him, he looked in the mirror and he saw his father's reflection instead of his own, so I believe at this point he's still dealing with that. Not sure what Captain Marvel is doing there. Here's Hulk number 7. I really like how all the books start off with like some philosophical quotes in it. So I'm guessing Captain Marvel has a lot to do with this arc. So, I don't know if that'll be a good thing or a bad thing. Looks like he's taken on the Avengers there. Here's a tribute to the creator of Ghost Rider. I got to meet him a while ago. Unfortunately, I don't have his signature anymore, but he was a really nice guy. Yeah. You know, as the medium grows older, unfortunately, everyone else grows older and passes on. As you all know, Stan's passing this week. As if we left the comic community mourning, whether you 100% adored the guy or at least respected him, you have to admit that he did lend quite a bit to the comic book world. And if you did miss it, I did a reading of Stan's first published work. Was a short story they did in Captain America issue number 3. And Bruce Timm drew out that story and Stan put the dialogue to it. So I read a reading of that story, so you can check that out if you're interested. I'll have a link below to it. Next is Fantastic Four number 3. It really seems like this book, they're really not putting it out as fast as the others. You can see I've got like 2 Thors, 2 Hulks. But they seem to be taking their time. Maybe because Fantastic Four doesn't sell a ton, so they're not trying to, double publish it each, 2 times a month or whatever. So that could be. But this was one of the later new series relaunches, so the other ones are like in issue 7 and 8 and stuff, and this one's only on issue 3, so. But the big thing is Thing is finally gonna get married. So we'll see if that happens. Hopefully it will. And I believe that's gonna be in issue 5. This one seems like it's a thicker one. Is this their Avengers 700? Now I have to go find the Alex Ross variant for it. I didn't know that this was that issue yet. But it's definitely thicker for sure. Looks like we have 3 different artists with this one too. So I'll see if we can see those different artists here. Here's our Ed McGuinness stuff for sure. So I wonder who the first artist was in here. I don't know. Okay, so I believe this is Fraser Irving stuff here. He typically paints, I don't know if it's digitally paint or not. Like they're bringing back the Celestials here, and we have all Wolverine in the picture. Yeah, this will be interesting to read for sure. And then there is a roster update at the end of the book. They're adding a new member to the team that some of you might be excited about. So check that out if you haven't. This one is a $6 book though, so bear that in mind. Here's Avengers 9. Seems like I'm pulling these out in reverse. I do apologize. But it's okay. Because we like to spotlight the artwork and everything anyway, so. Looks like this is a very Namor heavy issue. So that'll be interesting. I think they're going to be playing him up more in this series and maybe across Marvel in general. They haven't announced any movies or anything with him yet, I don't think, but I like that cap there. But Namor would be a good one. He is one of the first Marvel heroes, you know. Or I guess anti-hero, he's just kind of always done his own thing, you know. You got Spidey 9, let's see. Alright, so I've got 7, 8, and 9, so I'll go with 7 first. In this cover here, I know in the previous issue, Peter was invited to trivia night by this guy here, and he was cleaning house, essentially. But once they realized who he was, just Peter Parker, they know Peter Parker and Spider-Man have a professional relationship. So Fisk put out a hit. He texted everyone and put out a hit on Peter at the club afterwards. And this is, I believe it's the bar with no name where he's at. It's the Big Villain Bar. And so everyone is trying to kill him, obviously. Looks like we have Ramos on the art here, right? Yes. I think Humberto Ramos has done the most modern work for Spider-Man. Seems like he's been in this series in and out for a long time. Alright, here's number 8. I like that cover. like there's a lot of talking going on in this one. Let's see if I can find some action. There we go, we got Captain America in there. And it looks like the rest of the Avengers are showing up here to help. It's a nice watch ad on the back. That's a cool painting of Spidey there. And here's number 9. I like this thing they did here. And then I got some freebies, the DC Nation number 6. And I'll probably use this as a backdrop in a later sound video, of course. Still gonna be doing those for the channel for sure. I know I've got a request for doing another gum chewing video. So, I'll be doing one of those. I have so many other, there's so many different types of sound videos you can do. But and then the Marvel one here. And they're really pushing the startup of the X-Men again. Yeah, see, number 5 is when it starts. I mean, I would like to check out the X-Men, but I don't know, it just really seems that, I don't know, I really liked the old roster and stuff. It seems like they're taking it a different direction than those days. And then the whole thing with Cyclops really being up in the air, like I liked Cyclops. So, when they pretty much assassinated his character, both character-wise, and I believe they actually killed him off too, for real. When they did that, it kind of bummed me out. Leaders aren't always likable. And, he was a leader, He's been through a lot of stuff. But to see him, he's not on here, right? Yeah. He's not here, Wolverine's coming back and stuff, but... And then I just really don't care for the new costume designs and stuff. Colossus looks pretty okay. But, I don't know. I would like to pick it up, but, like I said, there's just too much about it that I'm just like, I'm not excited for it. You know, I'm actually excited when I'm picking up and reading the other books. You know, the Spider-Man and Thor and Iron Man and Hulk and stuff. Out of those, I'd say that Hulk is probably my favorite, and Spidey is probably my second favorite. But you know, still. And then I was able to find the David Mack variant for this Superman book that I already showed off in the past, issue number 102. Now for random side stuff, at Half Price Books I got this on clearance for $3. V for Vendetta. I have never read it, so, you know, for $3 I couldn't pass it up. This is considered, you know, a huge classic in the graphic novel world, so I'll definitely be looking forward to reading it and seeing what it's all about, because I really don't know. All I know is, you know, that it's a classic, and everyone has seen this mask, you know. And then I also got this on clearance too for $3, Marvel Zombies, and I did actually read this already. And it's really bizarre, you know, it's got everyone just rotted and really trying to learn the physical limitations of their undead bodies and stuff, and I liked that they were mindful of that, and they were really addressing, you know, trying to figure out who they were in these states. But I don't know, I think dialogue-wise, the characters to me didn't read like just the normal, how they would read in the Marvel universe. Like, it was very good conversationally with everyone, but I think the dialogue didn't feel like it was coming from these heroes. So, I mean, they definitely did a good job relaying a story and having them trying to work together and figure out how to continue to exist in this state. The biggest thing here, I remember way back in the day, I only just read the first issue, but I remembered that all the Magneto uses Cap's shield to cut that huge chunk out of his head here. But I know Robert Kirkman wrote this, I believe. He's the Walking Dead guy. And I don't really know about any of these other people here, but I mean, it was interesting for sure. For $3, you know, not bad at all, obviously. But it's interesting. I'd say check it out. But like I said, my only gripe, like, it just didn't feel like these actual characters who you see. But I guess that kind of helps you read it a little bit too, because I think it would be harder to see the heroes in this state when they're acting and behaving like they did before all this happened. But I don't know, there's things to consider there. But it is interesting, and I do recommend it, so. Couple random items. I was able to find the Conan O'Brien Pop Fig. This thing is at GameStop, but all my GameStops never have it, so I actually went online and I found it just at GameStop.com, and I paid like maybe $12 or something for it, so not too bad. I haven't watched Conan in a long time, but you know, when I was in high school and stuff, I watched it a lot, so thought I'd get the pop for him. And then I got, and this is the box, I'll show you the toy in a minute, but it is the old Tim Burton Batmobile. this is done in the, I believe it's the Mezco, yeah, Mezco toy line. So here's what the little guy looks like. And it's pretty okay. It definitely captures the likeness of Keaton with the lips and everything there. And the little cloth cape and the arms and stuff move. But it's kind of weird, like I don't want to move it. I feel like, especially the head, I feel like it would break if I tried to move it. But I got this on clearance too. I think I paid $8 for it. And then here is the Batmobile. So, you know, this is really the main reason I got it here. Because I absolutely love this Batmobile. And then you can put your little guy in there. And it does close with him in it. And you can see through the window and everything too. But, yeah, pretty cool stuff. So, that's gonna do it for now. I wish I had more to show you, but thank you so much for being here with me and watching this video. Make sure to check out the poll number 1 if you haven't. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day or night.